Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Just realized I took my blanket off my chair, but I'm cold. I'm going to grab a small one. At least I can drape it over my legs. The problem is when I have it wrapped around me, I get it caught in, because I move my chair more when I'm filming than when I'm sitting with a show on, fussy cutting or creating. I'm sitting more still. But my legs are a little cold. But it helps for some reason, I get a real draft in my back. Even though I'm sitting in the back of the chair. So on Wednesdays for a little bit, some people have asked me to do more of a progress video. I'm going to try that. I'm such a, jump all over the type. I can be creating 3 different things at one time, even in digitals. And I jump from one to another because, I've seen something else. I'll add that to that one, and I'll have all these windows open when creating. So it's several things. First, before I went away, I started a journal. It's not a tall flip-flop, but more of a square, smaller flip-flop with my friend Pascal's beautiful kit. I haven't tied the signatures in because I've got to just do a couple more pages. So when I tie it in, we'll do a walkthrough of the pages. And so it's got 3 different signatures in it. I've covered most of it, which I covered with you guys. That random piece of scrap showed up out of nowhere. And then there's another. There is another. Okay, front cover. Second. Okay, I'm losing my mind. Oh, no. Oh, geez. I've screwed up my own flip-flop. Woo! My brain is like, I'm like having a meltdown right now. Yeah, it goes this way. So that's the one signature. So this will be the front page. And then I kind of wanted to do a fun little flip this way. So I opened the envelope all the way. I made a little pocket on this front cover, and then it's going to have the one signature, and then you open it this way and it has another signature, and then of course the back cover. And why is that sticking out like that? I don't know. I have to figure out what I did with that, why I have it like that. But then I'm supposed to open on this side, and there's supposed to be a 3rd signature. Or did I not? Did I misplace my 3rd signature? Looks like I misplaced my 3rd signature. Well, that's bizarre. I'll find it in a few minutes. I know I'll come across it. That's really bizarre. I was sure I put 3 signatures together. I'm like, okay, well, we'll come back to that in a second. And she has many beautiful... I'm trying something new with the project. This is her... Well, this is some of my dyed papers. And then it's her... some more of her kit here. So I haven't done everything on the back because I was depending on what I was doing with the different pieces. I'm not showing it very well, but you'll see more of it as I'm doing it too. And I will put a link to this kit. It's a beautiful kit. If you love blues, I'm not a big blue person, but I am in love with this kit. Well, it's a page kit. There's no ephemera included in that. So in this, we'll kind of show you how you can use some of it to create ephemera. If you're interested in some of the ephemera I'm using and you want it to go with the kit, I can also build you an ephemera fussy cut bundle that I can mail to you, because I'm very good at creating fussy cut kits. So I have that with more of her papers. Then I have this tray. Some of this is things I have found. Some of this is Graphic Fairies. I have a membership. And again, I love this one. So if I lost that 3rd signature, that'll be a perfect one to put in the signature. And some of them I didn't do front and back. I just have one piece of emboss. There's a piece that is kind of left over from something. I liked that piece, even though it's not quite a blue. Then I found these pieces that I made myself a digital. This is part of hers. I put it on cardstock to make tags. She does 2 great collage pages that are great for making tags with. You might faintly see an outline of one tag already. So that's ways. And then there's more papers that I found. Graphics Fairy. I think this one is Graphics Fairy too. I know that's Graphic Fairy. So these are other digitals. I kept them separate. I'm going to buy more of these trays because I love this idea for 2 reasons. One, it's going to, when I'm working on, like right now, I'm working on a kit. So I can keep it. And then I want it to keep, I bought them mainly, I thought of this idea after I bought some of them, and I'm going to go buy some more. Sometimes to open book pages. So I have like music pages of various vintage and antique book pages, music pages in there. So I brought that because when I'm creating, I can use that. So, and then I can stack those 2 together because that'll be the main things. And the folder I can easily put, but I might even pull out a 3rd basket and end up putting the papers in there. And that way I'll have them stackable. And then what I did, and I'm still working on, one of the things we'll do with you, I created some ephemera that I've got a fussy cut out. So I created myself some ephemera, so I'm going to fussy cut that out. I'm keeping this folder, and it's got some of the scraps in it, so more of the scraps. So if I want to make clusters or do a tag and do some collaging, I have the scraps. And then, so I have to fussy cut those out. I'm just going to put them to the side. And I'm trying to decide on 2 things. This I have to go through with you guys in a moment. So I already started. This I did start with just this basket, and then I remembered I had a tray like this. So what this might be is this is going to be like larger pieces of ephemera that I'm going to go through all my ephemera and pull out, and then this will be little pieces of ephemera. And the great thing about this, so this I'll put back in here, and when I snip those out, I'll put them accordingly. But then what I thought, I brought that over just to go through with you guys. I can easily put this all in there. And so when I go to, when Wednesday I'm going to work on this blue, I'll just pull this out of my bookshelf and it's all set to go. I probably won't pull, the music page will probably sit with my daily ephemera or my scrap ephemera type thing. But when I'm working on or I might have an extra basket of music that then I always have the music with it in the book pages. And then I can just sit that to the side. And as well with the journal. And in this case, the journal fits nicely on here. I can put it under, lay it on top, whatever, and it's all together. And that, for me, for projects, because I'm going to do this more of a walkthrough with you guys. This is going to be, people have been asking me to do a progress, and I want it to really show my friend Pascal's digital kit. And she's got other ones too that I eventually have to get. So what I started to do, and I even have a little, I'm going to end up doing some of this, pulling out little blue, like I've got these neat little flowers that I could use. I have that thing, I pulled out some of these. So this will have some little nicky-nacky things that I could use in the journal. But that's too turquoise. Even this one, a little too turquoise. So I'm going to try to see what I can find blue. So like I can pull out, I could put a couple of these blue. I wished I would have bought some dark blue of these flowers. I think I have some on order. I have white that I could throw in there, and I could have some cream and beige. And then that way, again, I can sit this just on top, and it can all sit together, the pieces. So what I'm going to do is, this is, I don't know how I'm going to divide these 3 up yet, but I just pulled off a few things. This accidentally got some scraps in it. This, I pulled out a few pieces from these that I have sitting on my desk that I keep having to clean up. And I haven't cleaned up yet. So I'm trying to, before I pulled them out. So I pulled those 3 things that I could use. I found this, even though it's black and white, I can still use it. I had this, which is technically a sticker, another frame in those things. So I put them in there. This is just a scrap. And some of this is scrap. This somebody made me, and I thought, oh, I can use that. I just don't, I have to put it in my ephemera basket. Then I had these frames I made, and I didn't print well, so I can use those in collaging. Here's another image I thought might work, so I put it in there. Now I started something new, trying something, and I'm going to see if I can use it in this journal, and that's why those papers are in there. And I'm going to make other stuff to go in there. I had these scraps sitting on my desk, and this was from a punch I was doing, so it's not totally glued down. But making these that I can put on pages and different things. So I'm trying, that is something new I'm trying. So this way all of it sits nicely in the basket, and then I can lay it out on my desk. I'm just going to go through some of this. I'm not going to use the gold bows, even though I could use gold in there. I think I printed, I didn't want that blue lady. Just double checking. I think I had a lady in here. This is a package of ladies I am putting together. These fussy cut ladies. They're very different. And I'm going to have that in my, should be up by tomorrow. So I'm just checking if I have any. I know I used one blue lady already. So I'm seeing what I have in this dish that I might use. So all these ladies will be in a bundle, all fussy cut, ready to go in a project. She is kind of blue, so we'll put her in there. She's yellow. I know that's too, and I'm going to have stuff like this in a separate fussy cut, and some different flowers in a fussy cut. I have really unique fussy cut bundles coming. She's perfect, and she's perfect. There's another black and white. Oh, that vase is perfect. So I think that's it for the blue. I think I get into mainly purple and pink after that. So I can put that aside for now. So I grabbed a few more out. But what we're going to do right now, and I already have some ephemera made. Some I just was playing around one time, and I had this in my mass making folder, so I pulled it out and thought, oh, I can use that in my blue. Then I made this one the other day. I have a video of it, I think 2 days ago, and she's one of the ladies that's included in that fussy. And so I was making like a tag pocket. I had made this a while ago. I don't even remember how I made it. I made this one a while ago. And then the other day I made this one on air. It's a simple pocket. And this is another one of the ladies you get in the fussy cut bundle. And then I collaged the front of it. And there's another one of those pockets I did with a tag already in it. So I do have some ephemera kind of made. So this is what you can do, is you just use the paper and make different ephemera pieces. And we're going to really, this one is going to be really thinking outside of the box. So again, I can put that in there. So it's all kind of ready to go type thing. What I'm going to start off first, and what I'll need then, not that, I need what's under here. So I'm going to put this to a side. And I'm going to later cut these out and have them all ready to go in our fussy cuts, with our fussy cuts. But what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to remember, I was watching a bit of it, and I've only started learning, and I love it. And I thought I had some music paper scraps here. I really did. Oh, I don't know why, but my neck is itching me in one spot, and I keep scratching. Oh, I'll take that piece. And it can be done with your scraps as well. I might use that, so I'm going to pull it out don't think I have another blue. I think it's all the same blue. Why I have to say all the same blue scrap, I don't know. But I had two really beautiful pieces of music paper, unless it's down further, closer to the music paper, which might be logical for me to think that way. But no, not that I can see. It's not as easy to, the music papers are a little big, so they're not as easy to weave through. I might have to just trim them up a little. I'm just seeing if I find those scraps I had in here. Oh, here's one. Well, we can take that and that for now. And we come back. That's easy. So I'm going to move this out of the way and that out of the way for now, because we're not going to, the pieces will have to dry before I can tear them up and put them in. I'm going to start with this one, and it's just, and I haven't put my paintbrushes upside down in the cup, so at the end I want to use. I've been doing it different ways, and I always see them use it. Twisted Paper. I love her videos, and I thought I had a piece here, but I guess I didn't. I really did. You know when you think you have something right there? I was sure I looked at it. It'll probably pop out in a few minutes. Anyways, they do like paint swashes, and they do different things with it. So I'm just going to start with this blue one first. And the only thing with this blue is I find it sometimes it's more purpley. But that doesn't matter. Now, sometimes she takes and she draws it, the swatch, and sometimes she does it. And I don't want to waste this really vintagey. Let's try on a real scrappy piece. And I was seeing if I had a real scrappy piece here we could use. Let's try this. I have a little scrap. At least I thought I did. It needs to be wide enough to do what I think I want to do. I got my paintbrush in my mouth, if you wonder why I'm talking funny. I think I'm going to put this envelope in my ephemera too. By George. Let's use this one. And I like this one anyways because it's got some blue on it. So I think she first kind of, see, mine comes out gray. Some reason that blue looks so gray. Okay, maybe now I got it a little. When it goes on the paper, it looks really, really, really gray. And for some reason, I want it to look blue. So I'm going to just go in and mix a little. There we go. And she just makes squares, circles, rectangles. This is only going to be the first step of it. I'm going to come back and do something else to it, but this has to dry. So on the next video, right now I'm going to choose one. It might be 2 times a week till I get more things up and going. But you might see this again. Well, it's already Wednesday. On Fridays, I want to work on my mindful subscription box. Fridays, that's what I want that to be. I just have to organize it. And now I'm really wishing I had bought more of those baskets. What works is mixing those two up nicely, gives it a nice blue. I like this. 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 I don't know how we'll all use it, but we're going to make some. Again, we need to get a little water on the brush, a little more blue, because it went gray again. That's a neat thing you can do. This is why I decided to do this today. And I've got to refresh my memory on that video because it's been a while since I watched it. I can also take, really like this combination's coming, can take and do circles. Now, if you need some metallic, this is like I'm trying to think of different ephemera and different ways to think outside of the box. My circles are a little funny shaped, but that's okay. I'm not worried. And now I'm going to take, because I need to wet this blue up nicely, and I want to take that hoping to get a bit different color. I might have put too much water on that now. It is a bit of a different color. And we're going to let all that dry. And then I'm going to see. It's just different I'm just making it. And as we do the video, we'll see what happens as it dries. I just have no place to put it to dry up here. And one of the things I'm thinking of doing is getting rid of this desk and using my big table. But that'll take me a little bit to get organized. Now, I just want to try something another way. I want to take a black marker and make boxes. I should have probably got a thicker black marker. Let me outline this a little thicker so it's more noticeable. But because there's no ephemera in this, we got to create our ephemera. And that's easy to do, and I just have to like refresh my memory on a few things. That's all we're going to do. And then we're just going to make a smaller one here. And that didn't come out so we're just trying something new, guys. And we're gonna, I don't know exactly how we'll use all the pieces, but this way it's here and it's ready. And if I think of ideas, and it's just ways of creating different unique things for us to use. Should have put maybe a little less water. Right, so we'll just notice something. I don't know if this will turn out, but if it doesn't, I can always turn it over, and if I'm gluing it down, it won't matter. Then we're going to paint inside the boxes as much as possible. I should have got a thinner brush. I think I need to buy some more brushes because sometimes I forget to clean them, especially when I'm using texture paste. It's almost like we're creating a swatch. And I left the bottom the way it was because I wanted it to. I wanted to. Oh, that was not good English, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. I forgot to say hellos and how is everybody? What you working on? I've got several things I'm working on. Really working just to get some things up in my store because being gone. And I had my first week back, I helped take care of Jacob during spring break. That tired me out. There we go. There's another one. Again, I'm not sure how we'll use them, and we're just making them to see. Now, what I also thought you can do, I think I brought my glue stick. I don't think I need that many. But we're going to see. Glue stick. Ah. Be nice if we had another color, wouldn't it? But the problem is, do I have any scrap blue in here? I did have one piece. I remember seeing one piece. For sure. For sure. For sure. That's what Jacob likes to say. For sure. It's his favorite to say. Oh yeah, there. But I don't really want to use that one because well, folks, that didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. Let's see what I have in blue here. I have another scrap thing. This is what I mean. I have my scraps on a tray. This is all random. Oh, that'll work. That'll give another. There we go. I don't want to get an idea. Kind of, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but I'm trying to do it a little bit. If we have blue lace, that would be perfect. And what I think I'll do I have a thicker black marker? I need to get a thicker black marker. I don't even know what time it is and I have to watch for dinner. I don't know what I'm cooking for dinner. It's going to be it's either they're going to have pizza or I'm going to Jacob likes craft dinner and hot dogs. That's what we're probably going to have because I fry the hot dogs. I boil them for a little bit and then I just open them and pan fry them. Boy, do I wish I had a thicker black marker. And my Crayola markers are on the other side of the room. And I'm not the perfect line drawer, but because we're thickening this up, I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's almost like a swatch. Yeah, didn't really do that one really well. That's okay. It's a swatch, so swatches aren't always perfectly perfect. I meant to look at the time when I turned around, and I forgot to look at the time. Is that just not how my brain goes? This is not a good coloring marker because it's a fine tip. Okay, good enough. Good enough, guys. Just, what time is it? 4:16. I don't even know what time I started at, but we're still fine. I just won't have a tea tonight because that's what I do at 4 o'clock. I go and make myself a tea, and I usually fussy cut and have a tea before I got to. I just want to take a little bit of that. Maybe if I would have put my glasses down, that might have helped. I think I know what I'm going to do with this one when I'm done getting the squares on. Ooh, that one turned out really nice. I think it did. What do you think? Need a little more water just to even it out. There we go. There we go. If I had, oh, I know. I really wish I had a different black marker. I'm doing better with that lining. That square box came out much nicer, didn't it, guys? Okay. And then, make sure I get all that blue off. Because there's some gold in there, I thought we can put a gold swatch on it. Yep. Ooh, I like that a lot. I don't know if you guys like it, but I do. I do. We're going to take that one and add one more blue on there. Now, I could outline these as well. Now, this one's a little shorter than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. We're using scraps. There we go. And then what we can do, once the paint dries, I find a nice blue lace, and I'm going to paper clip it over the top and have it flop. And then I might put paper on the back, and it could just go in a pocket just like that. And then we can always just and then I'm going to, once that dries, I'm going to put paper on the tape. Probably not this one, but I'm going to put like a paper on the back I'm going to ink this up and give it more of a vintagey look. And I'm thinking I probably put a book page in between this and that just to give it more sturdiness. And then I'm going to find a nice lace to clip on the top of it. The problem is, like, I love turquoise or dark blue. I think the turquoise might... I'm thinking a narrow one. Obviously, we can't put it on. I really like how that turned out. Just basically going on a trip with me, guys. I know I don't want light blue. And then I think I've got dark blue, and I think dark blue is too dark. Ugh! My ribbon's falling on the floor. Ugh. Cooperate with me, would you? I'm just looking at my blue. I don't have a lot of narrow blue. I don't have a lot of blue lace as it is. And then I'm just thinking, I had a bag, or maybe I took it out of, I already took it out. Or do I take a pair? Oh, this would have been good to staple. Well, lucky washi tape comes off. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Because I'm thinking... I want to buy a tiny tachelor stapler. I found one on, I just got to save up for it because I think it's about $30. What it is on Junk Journal Journey, a group I belong to. Somebody had it on, I looked at their Amazon wish list, just because sometimes you get ideas when you look at other people's Amazon wish list. And I seen it and I'm like, I've been wanting one of those. Because it's perfect for, in this case, maybe, and we might still stick that washi to the bottom. Nope, I think we're just going to leave it that way. So that means we got this piece of washi tape we have to do something with. I don't waste the washi tape. I like that idea. And then we just got to clip a lace on there. I was seeing what I had in. Gotta check the time soon. Make sure I don't go overtime. Da 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 da. Just wanna make sure. Seeing if I have blue in these small. Is it too baby blue, guys? We're creating ephemera, guys. We were just supposed to be painting, which we sort of did, didn't we? And then I took it a step further. I did that so I could come in with a piece of blue. I don't know if I should, I don't want to block the whole thing. And I'm just thinking, oh yes, I hear you. There, and that's what we're gonna do. What do you guys think? Yay or nay in the comments. I really like it. And then, how dry is this? It's pretty dry. Let's just close that for a second. Move that to the side for a sec. So then, what I sometimes do, I don't use my vintage or antique book pages. I keep this as $1. It's a cheap. I got it at the Goodwill, but it's not even that old. But because I just wanna, but it's not long enough. Poopy doo poop poop. Oh, throw it in there. It's not quite long enough. Not quite long enough. And it's not really going to give me any thickness. This will give me thickness. And it'll give me length. I'm going to turn you over. And we're going to take the glue. And we're going to glue you. I probably should have stapled the after, but that's okay. It's done. What can we say? Well, we could take it off if we really wanted to. This book page is so thick, sometimes I keep feeling it because I feel like it's and I'm moving this over because I'm going even a step further. Where's my bone folder? That's what I need. Hi, baby girl. Pizza, frozen pizza is easier to do. I don't eat frozen. I don't like pizza. Well, much. I do occasionally enjoy pizza, but it's part of being lactose intolerant. You know, I can't really enjoy pizza. I can when I eat it, but then it makes me miserable later. There we go. I'm going to see what I can do by just tearing with the ruler. I want the roughness. That's what I decided. And because I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to leave it rough like that. And then, let's see what I have here. This isn't long enough, because that would have been a perfect one. I need to print some more pages. I have this one. Problem is right here. And like right now, today we're just creating some ephemera for it, and we'll kind of probably alternate between the day. Well, once I get everything sewn in, then we'll go page by page and kind of work. Well, it might jump back and forth. It's some of the top, but I'm not worried about that. You know what? I think I should have used my ruler. I think it would have been easier to do because I don't really want much white showing. There, that worked out well. See, over on this side, I have to go in and trim that up a bit. There we go. Just cut that off. Put that back in. there we go. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cute? Oh, it's really stuck to my fingers. She thinks she's getting food. You're not getting food, boo-boo. You've had your afternoon snack. You have to wait till dinner time. And dinner time for her is after we have dinner. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I really like how that turned out. So if we had a pocket, we don't have the right pocket going the right way. Let's just say this pocket was a short pocket like this. Look at how cute that would be sitting in a pocket. You could paper clip it in on a side, you know, like, and also with putting 2 pieces of paper, you can't even hardly feel the staple in there. But I love how that turned out. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? What do you think? I really like it. Now I want to make these now. I want to sit here for the rest of the evening and make these, and I can't. Isn't that cool? I love it. And it's like, this is not, oh, this is still wet. But see, this piece is already dry. Right? So like, basically, when I put it in with these scraps, and I'm throwing those scraps in there because they'll be used for a lot of different things. Right? And once that dries, we'll put that in there. So, and just, you know, pull out different papers. And now that we have this out, we might as well do another one. Oh, baby love. It is enough. But I think I'm thinking, sorry guys, I went quiet because I was thinking of something, but it didn't come to my mind. I thought I had an idea, and I was trying to see if it would form, but it didn't. Not at all. Also, just let me see what I can show you. I'm coming back to that. Oh boy, I'm hungry. I guess because I've been eating earlier. This is fairly dry. The neat thing about these circles, I wished I had a piece of my other stuff. And I know I had a book page sitting here for 2 days with paint on it. I know I did. I know I did. So this one's already dry. But it won't fit in there. Let me just scan for 1 second. I'll look at the time while I just think of, boo-boo, there's no food, baby girl. There's no food. And what time are we at? We're already at 49, guys. Already. Let me see. Because the way I did it on there, I'm seeing if I can find one of my art books. But I can't. I'm seeing where it is. I don't know which of my art books it's in. So I can't do it on these because this one is too close together. But sometimes with the swirlies, you can take and, for instance, if I did it on the right type of paper, you can take and you can get creative in these swirlies, right? Nothing says it has to be, it's just play with it. See what, you know, sometimes they look like a little flower, right? And then if you do it in a square, I don't know if I have more of them, I don't. If you did it, let's just say it was on a square book page, you could rip that paper out and use the swirly. As you can see, look, see? I created flowers with it. All right? This was me just playing one time. Here's a large one. So let's see. I'm not an artist, guys, okay? I try to be creative. I like things like this. I love playing with things like this. All right, so you just do it, alternate it around. And I could actually end up, you know, if it's on a nice book page or whatever, I could tear around it and use it in something. So you can do that with the circles as well. When I was doing an it's a thing I think in January. I didn't do it this year, but they do different ways of doing art to get your creativity flowing. So she had us do different things in the circles, and it says allow myself to make mistakes. And we have to even learn that in junk journaling too, just in allowing to be, that's just me scribbling around, right? So so that is something else you can do with those. Also, if you have a nice stamp, you can stamp on these. It turns out really nice, and I don't have any stamps handy, but that works nicely too, and it can be torn out. Boo Boo, no, no. She's trying to figure out how to get to me. She's not allowed up on this desk. Either is Boo Boo, but either is Pika, but she gets up here, and last night she threw everything on the floor. So, play around with your paints. We didn't get a lot done, but I was showing you how I was organizing this. You know, paint yourself some squares, do circles. It doesn't have to be a big page. You can cut it off and do it smaller and just have some small ones, because they're great to even use in clusters, on a collage page, different things like that. And like, you don't have to, I went and just did the metallic. Now it's coming a little blue, but I think it's only because I still have blue on my paintbrush. So just do some swatches. I'm going to make more of those ones with the different textures because it's really cool. And I have another one I'm going to be doing with you guys as well, but these have to all be dried, and that'll be video in itself. I might come back tomorrow and do that. I might do a lot of these up and then show you what I mean. So, and of course you can do different shades of blue, because even with well, whatever color you're doing. I'm not the best circle maker. Oh, that one turned out better. Right, just make circles. It works a bit better with a, circles work a little bit better with a drier brush. Alright, so this I might change up the color a little. The reason I'm changing up the color is because the black, you don't see that one, and you can play, you know, alternate the blues in it. Which blue was I using? This blue. Need a little water. I didn't really touch the water. Now, if I hadn't made if it was wider, like I'm not going to do any more. If it was wider, maybe one more on the bottom. It'll look better. All right, so just play around, make them different sizes, you know, see what you want to do, what you don't want to do. This is perfect if you have little square pieces, which I don't have handy right now. I normally do. I think we're almost out of time though. Trying to look for a piece that I don't have to tear really quick, and it'll dry, and then when I turn on the video I can do. And I don't want these ones here. I want to be really careful that I don't I don't want them to be so balanced. I'm doing that because I'm going to turn them into flowers and see how it turns out. That's what that one was for. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me today. So make yourself up, and like right now I have my paints out, so it'd be a perfect time to do all kinds of different colors of them. And then, well, I already have some. See, I do already have some that I keep, right? So you can do them all different colors. Oh, that's something different. So different papers. So this could be put on a collage. Oh, there's one I did with flowers. All right. So, you know, they're nice to have and to keep. I have to find a better basket because those are rolling. But you make some of those and they're perfect to use. We're going to use them in different ways. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me today. And on Wednesdays, we're going to literally be working on this blue journal. We're going to do a process videos. We're going to build it, add to the pages, do some flips and flops and all kinds of great stuff to it. As we add ephemera, how to make different ephemera when there isn't an ephemera pack included. When you have a bunch of papers and you just want to add to it. So that's kind of what we're going to do. It's some digitals and being creative with what we have on hand to make our ephemera. Well, like I'm going to be using fussy cuts too and things like that. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you tomorrow. All right. Have a good evening as I yawn. Bye, guys.